So, good evening, people. Welcome back to another video. Tonight is the match review with John and new guest Maria.
Hey, John.
Yes, people, welcome back to another content video. John Sinclair TV, back again to do a match reaction after Newcastle's shambolic, pathetic performance yesterday. Lost by 5-1, and plenty to talk about. And I've got my new guest, first timer as well, Maria. Big up to you, Maria. Good evening to
you. Hi, John. Lovely to be here. Thanks for the invite.
No problems at all. Do this for an hour as well. And I'm glad you came on, and I know it's a bit short notice as well. And guys, if you do like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Then also click on the subscribe on the channel. If you'd like to donate as well, super chats, then just donate what you can. And if you'd like to become a member, then you'll also become a member, and it's only 99p. So just exactly what to do. So there you go. Right, we've got some comments flying in as well. And just going to get this up there a second. And sorry about this as well. It's a good start, isn't it? Hey, there you go. I've got a couple of comments as well. I've got big up to Tom Dixon. 2 games been moved for TV viewing. Man City now away on Sunday here for May 4:30. Kickoff against Arsenal at home moved at 8th of May at 4:30. Arsenal at home at 8 o'clock on 6th of May. And it's just ridiculous. And big up to Lottie, by the way, an Arsenal fan. Can't believe they moved our game to a bloody Monday. Absolute joke. Never mind fans needing to be there. I can't go because, unfortunately, it's a Monday game. So I'm gutted. Big up to Now, big United fan as well. Big up to Now. Big up to Lottie again. And big up to Lee, OPUK Lee, and big up to Chelsea fan Nipple as well. Right, we're going to talk about yesterday's game between Newcastle and Tottenham at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It was an absolute shocking performance. And yeah, Maria, tell us your thoughts, pet.
Yeah, do you know, I kind of gobsmacked. I never thought for 1 minute that we'd go there and get anything, but I did not expect the performance that I saw, especially second half. I've not seen us collapse like that in such a long time. So yeah, it really took me by surprise. And I think I was expecting, because we'd had so many players who'd had a really good international break and obviously had the warm weather session in Dubai, and people like Wood, who's obviously had a great run for his country, and Guimarães, who had goals and assists flying in. I just thought we're going to be really up for it. It's going to be a good, entertaining game, and it was just anything but. So yeah, pretty gobsmacked.
Yeah, so was I. I mean, I'll look at our team selection as well. I mean, I'm going to bring up the team who already picked. I'm going to share the stream, and I'm going to go there now. If I get it now, there you go. And that's who already picked yesterday, right? I mean, the back in goal, he plays the back 4, Mancuso coming back in for Emil Kraft, and then Fabian Schar, Dan Burn, Matt Target as the back 4. The midfield 3, John Joe Shelby, good to see him back, by the way, captain the team. Eddie Howe loves him, by the way. Then Joe Willock and Joe Linton in the midfield 3. And then up front, Ryan Fraser, ASM, and Chris Wood up front. That is the team that got us 9 games undefeated. I mean, was you happy with that team lined up? And no Bruno.
I think the Bruno decision was probably a hard one, and I know it's when he's obviously had a good few games for in international duty, but you don't know what he's like after he's travelled and jet lag and all of that. So I wasn't surprised that he didn't start. And sometimes you want to change a team who have been playing really well, especially with Shelvey back in, because like you say, we hadn't lost a game with Shelvey in for such a long time. I'm not sure that formation was actually what we needed against Spurs, especially knowing how strong their midfield is and how much pace they've got with their wing backs. So I'm not sure actually that having four at the back set us up quite the way that we needed.
Yeah, I have to agree there. I mean, Bruno's a tough one to call, but in my opinion, you've got to build a team around Bruno 110%, because if you're going to get the best out of Bruno, we have to have better players around him, by the way, in my opinion. But I've got Lee as well. Big up to you, Lee. Lee's performance yesterday, no urgency from our players at all. Shelvey off the pace. Couldn't cheers a tortoise. Willock needs to press more. Do you think he's right?
Yeah, that's hard. Lazy. I don't know if it was a lazy performance. I think we looked. It didn't click. We looked out of sorts. The passing wasn't great. The passing was definitely off the pace. Just everything was either a yard too fast or a yard too slow, or it was in front or behind, and just whatever that connection was between the players didn't come through. But I think I would say that from all of the midfield. I mean, Shelvey just, when he's in a good form, he's mercurial. When he's having a bad game, he's just nothing happens. I was really disappointed with Fraser yesterday. I think that's one of the poorest performances I've seen from him since Eddie Howe arrived. And Willock just had odd moments here and there, but just there was no heart in the midfield. So I don't know if it was laziness as much as just there was kind of no control and no influence on the game from anybody in the midfield.
Totally agree. I thought Joe Willock did okay, but what did that really affect? He did shy. Joel Linton, that's the post I've seen from him for a long, long time. Joe Shelvey I agree with Lee, looked well off the pace. He looked well off the pace yesterday. I can't lie, especially in the second half. I mean, he started well, right? I'll come to in a bit, but up front, I thought Fraser was very, very poor. ASM, I mean, people, you're not allowed to have a go at ASM, but I'm sorry, but he did try. I can't lie, but where was his finest moments yesterday? He tried to take on players, right? And he lost the ball too often, and he gives the ball away cheaply as well. And he didn't track back enough. His third goal would come to later on. But at the end of the day, right? I love ASM. I really do love ASM. Yeah. And the problem is, when he's on it, he is on it. When he's not on it, he has two players around him, then he hasn't got a plan B.
Yeah, I agree. No plan B. We also didn't really see his pace at all yesterday. And again, I don't think it wasn't that he didn't try, but it just wasn't there. But there was none of the telepathy with the other players. The 1-2s to get in and out of the box just kind of weren't there. We gave the ball away very cheaply yesterday. And Spurs had obviously done their homework, because after I thought we started really well. First 3, 4, 5 minutes, we just thought, we're going to really be up for this. And then we kind of settled into this very almost Rafa-like static line of 5, line of 4. And then because we did that, we had no outlet, and there was just none of that kind of burst of energy to get us forward. It was always like we all just camped in the half and just kind of really sat. It's almost like we rely on ASM for that bit of magic, and he didn't have that magic in his boots yesterday. And it just didn't. Nothing came off right for him, and I don't think it was lack of trying, but that burst of energy wasn't there, and just that passing and the telepathy just didn't click.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got some more comments as well. Hello to Maria. You will smash it. John's brilliant, and I'm sure you will smash it on the sure. That is a Man United fan, Niall, and he's a great guy. Be on the channel, Rose Signs. Big up to Lottie again, Big Guna. Not happy about the game fixture at all. As you, that's now. The thing is, right, that game change at 8 o'clock on a Monday night. Got no chance of going out. Absolutely no chance again. And Richard, big up to you. He's a bit of he likes to make people laugh, but big up to Lottie, and he doesn't like also for some reason. Just going to go for it as well. Lottie said, Willock has always needs to press more. He's always been inconsistent. Still agree that we robbed you of your money, though. So basically what Lottie is saying is, thank you very much for the 25 million quid.
Yes, although Arsenal are obviously blessed with lots and lots of midfield talent, so I'm sure they're not too sad to see him go.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's sad. Well, would you have him back? Would you have? I'm sure they will have him back. If Lottie wants him back, then we'll do it. But I'd rather keep the guy. There's something in there. Something in there on Joe Willock. I do like him. Needs to do more. Now, John, heard the rumor you have a big court case later on in it. You need big lawyers. John, be amazing. Help you out, suit. And just need to go ahead. When Mia said, of course I will. And Macy's on holiday, unfortunately. She's on my favorite podcaster on a Tuesday night, but she's on holiday to Portugal. I hope she's having a fantastic time. Big up to Brad as well. Seems to be my YouTube partner as well. Big up to you, Brad. He's a great guy and he's quite lad, great guy, and he's brilliant. And Lottie's chatting to now. Also against Manchester United as well, by the way. That'll be an interesting game. Very disappointed with ASM, but I tell you something, John. I agree with you now with Wood. Can't get away with him. They wouldn't gel together. I got the impression Spurs were targeting Shelby and they targeted him to full effect. But Chris Wood, right, 25 million quid, right, from Burnley. Did you really need him? Or should have gone on a better striker?
I kind of like Wood, and I'm really rooting for him in the way that you root for the underdog, and I want him to do well. And he some of the things that he does really well. He's really good at pulling defenders into space. He's really good at like creating space for other people to open up to. But I don't know if we're not playing to his strengths enough. We don't seem to use his height or his physicality in the way that he obviously does for New Zealand and that he did for Burnley. And I do feel for him. I think he's very isolated. I think being up front on your own is a very lonely place to be, especially when you sit back the way that we did yesterday. So I do kind of feel for him. I think it's almost like if we were playing more two up front, if you kind of had him and a Dwight Gale or him and a Callum Wilson and he had somebody to play off, I think we might see better of what his ability is, but I don't think the lone striker role really suits his style at all.
No, I have to agree. I mean, personally, I've tried to root for him as well, but unfortunately, I just don't think he's good enough at all whatsoever. We need goals up front. Scoring goals up top is a major problem, Maria. Major problem, right? But that's the problem all season. Well, not all season, but off late. But we need 2 goal scorers in the summer, and that's the way we're going to get it. And just got one here for now. Let's speak to Lottie again. We also couldn't cope with Harry Kane dropping deeper. We couldn't cope with him yesterday. I thought he was excellent yesterday, Kane. I can't lie. Never mind the Spurs game is overdone and dusted now. Now bounce to big time and get 9 more points, job done. Jan, we got to talk about this game and what happened yesterday. We just can't get over this game yet. It was a shocking performance, especially in the second half. Individual defensive mistakes is shocking. Give it a ball away. I think it's absolutely poor. We can't be doing that all the time. And Lottie, Wilfred, get a happy turn. That's Richard. Don't upset Lottie, mate. Smith Rowe starts now. We got a game tonight, even with Zaha starting. That's on Lottie. John Wood was the early option. Big up to Ryan. He's a great guy from Canada, and he sells it out like it is. Can you see his point? Wood's the early option we've got. Can you understand? Can you understand? I kind of.
Yeah, well, my husband's a bit of a Dwight Gale fan, and he can't understand why Gale never ever gets a start and doesn't really come on. And then you hear all the stuff coming out of training that apparently, Gale's super competitive, top of the training leaderboard. We know he can score goals for fun when he's in the mood to. So I do wonder why we don't chase it. I don't think it's just a striker problem though. We don't get enough goals from midfield. We don't get enough goals from corners, given the height that we've now got in the defence. If I think back to the last time, when Newcastle were kind of a bit more prolific with their goal scoring, it was from all over the pitch. You had midfielders who were chipping into figures. You had midfielder. You had defenders like the Cells who were getting 4, 5, 6 a season from corners and set pieces. We're just missing goals everywhere.
Yeah, that's the problem. And not only that, it's the creativity as well. I mean, ASM, I can't remember how many assists he had this season. He's got something like 5 assists this season. That is not good enough. Ryan Fiercer owed a couple as well. We'll come on to it later on. And what's the prediction for the Arsenal Palace game, John and Maria? I think it's going to be an end-to-end game. I think Arsenal beat Palace by 2-0. It's going to be tough, but I think Arsenal find a way. 2 late goals to Arsenal.
Oh, brave. I don't know. I think Palace, I think that's a banana skin for Arsenal. I think they'll be a bit more nervous. I think Palace will give them a good run.
That's fair enough. I think it'd be a good game. I would love to watch along for that game and eat but I'm on the horseman's shoulder and eat, so I can't do it. Eddie, Eddie has had the conference call with United before the game. That's how you play slap the horse game. How they started the game, sitting back, surprised us. That's when Seto, and he's a United fan. I mean, we should have had a goal. We should have had a real goal, you know what I mean? Not sitting back, but we did. But we got into the game and got the goal. But hey ho. But second half, I thought it was shocking. We were never going to buy an elite striker where we were in the table. It's true though, isn't it? It's never going to get an elite striker in. Not in January. Not we're in the position we're in.
Yeah, and the prices that were being quoted in the January transfer window, I absolutely agree with the owners that you don't want to be paying over the odds. And actually, when you look at how much we paid for people like Trippier, for Dan Burn, I thought we did our business really, really well. But like I said, I don't think it's just a striker issue. We need goals all over the pitch. We're not scoring in nearly enough places. And, even yesterday, I think part of the problem yesterday as well was we did sit deep. We didn't have a goal. We didn't actually look like scoring. The free kick was a bit of a surprise when it came. Yeah. And then everybody knows, you're most vulnerable when you've just scored. And we absolutely proved that. We were so naive the 5 minutes after that. And then the second half was a completely different game. But they really, they've done their homework. They obviously came out with a really solid plan second half. But they knew where we were vulnerable as well. They were completely targeting, like you say, Shelby the whole game. But they were targeting Matty Target's side as well, knowing that ASM doesn't... that Joe Linton doesn't have great pace. So all the time, Matty Target's 3 men on him, trying to stop balls getting in. And then the rest of our defensive positioning is really naive. So just all over the pitch, I think.
Absolutely. You look at you just said as well. I mean, ASM can track back. I mean, Kulusevski. But look at the third goal, right? I mean, this first goal, right? If you're going to play away from home, you've got to defend properly. That's the first almost defend properly. Yeah. Son's cross came in where we didn't properly clear away from the corner. Came out to Son. We didn't close him down for that cross. And Ben Davis needs in. He was marking him. He was closing him down. The second goal, what was Slaven Schar doing? What was he thinking of? That's a suicidal pass, right? And no one didn't pick up on that, right? On the social media, none of them didn't have a go at that. But, he was poor. Apart from that goal, he was poor. The third goal, Kulusevski was wide alone, right? And by the way, the second goal, Doherty, who picked him up for the header? Where was he? Where was Manfredo for the header? Why did he not pick him up? Poor defending. Third goal, Kulusevski pulled the ball back to Son. Where was our defense? Our defense defended like chickens, right? Even Penguins in Florida could defend better than that. I can't lie. Yeah. Then the fourth goal, Emerson Royal was the easy target for us for ASM. Got in, scored with Russell a scruffy goal. Where Tiger tried to bring him down, by the way, and still couldn't do it. And then the fifth goal, Bergwijn 1-on-1 of the keeper, and in the back of the net. 4, 5 poor individual goals, man. And we just didn't come up with an answer. They could have got more, but no, I could say got now. So a question for you both. Do you think ASM time is up in Newcastle? And can you see a clear out and a big overhaul happening once safety is secured?
I don't think ASM is going anywhere. I don't really understand where that story's coming from. And it just annoyed me, the timing of it as well. It was it must be really unsettling. I think he's still very young. And he's got a lot of learning to do. And from what we hear in training, they're really working on his, being more of a team player and not running with his head down and running into tunnels, which he's got a really bad habit of doing. So no, I think that he's definitely one for the future. I think him and people like Guimarães, who are young and hungry and they've got a lot of learning to do. But with a manager like Eddie Howe who can bring them on, I think they've got a great future with the club. I do think there will be a clear out this summer, though. I think we've got a lot of players who've been with us actually too long and have been too comfortable and actually need a change of scene.
Yeah, we need new blood in that team. We're the richest club in the world. We need new blood in the team because at the end of the day, some of those players are not good enough. You got people like Jamal Lewis. He needs to be moved on. Jamal Lascelles, Kieran Clark, Emil Kraft, Manfredo, he can go as well. Yeah, midfield, right? I mean, sort them out as well. Fraser, I keep as a squad player. ASM, I keep. Yeah. Dyke Gale, he could be on his way as well. Chris Wood as well, right? So that's about 9-10 players I mentioned. We need to get quality players in the team. Don't buy quantity, buy quality. You know what I mean? That's what we need. Because you said there, Maria.
And I can see he's getting 2 new goalkeepers as well this summer.
100%. I mean, I love Martin. I do love Martin, but at the end of the day, his distribution is very, very poor. Calm down, we player ratings as well later on. And his playing it out from the back frightens me, Maria. His distribution's poor.
Yeah, but again, we don't have many ball-playing defenders either. Lascelles is a stopper, and in his day he was a really good stopper. When he first came, we loved him for it. But other than Schar, there's only really Schar that can bring the ball out, and even he's really erratic when he does it. Sometimes he does it amazingly, and then other times your heart's in your mouth. Manquillo is a strange one because I actually really like Manquillo as well. I think he's great going forward. And I think if you've got 3 really good, solid defenders, and he's got the room to keep bombing up in a proper right back, a right wing back, I think he's got good quality. And he swings balls in really well. And actually, Matty Targett does as well, and he didn't do enough of that yesterday. Some of the best opportunities that we had came from Matty Targett's crossing. But yeah, we don't use that system enough, and you need a really good back 3 if you're going to play that way.
Yeah, I think he was blamed for the Son score. He's blamed for Kuseski as well. Where is he? But you're right, Maria. Absolutely right. You're talking sense all the time, you know. Bless you. And I think Arsenal win, and he's still favourite for the top 4. That's from Rich. Big up to Rich. He's another United fan. Maria, we're the 3rd highest scorers from set pieces, but are we setting up in a way that we're not looking to get goals from our strikers? That's from Steve. Big up to you, Steve, by the way.
Yeah, that is a good question. So I think set pieces, we've had a kind of a little run when we had our 8 games, 9 games like unbeaten, but it was still an odd goal here and there. So yeah, I don't think we're set up for the strikers to score from that situation. And obviously the biggest stat that's been in our favour until yesterday was that we had the fewest conceded goals in 2022. It was something ridiculous, like 6 goals in 900 minutes or something crazy. Which is one of the reasons that yesterday was a bit of a shock. But yeah, I guess we've had lots of breaks in games. We've had, Callum Wilson missing's a big deal, and people like Kieran Trippier who were scoring from set pieces, which was really unexpected and a nice surprise. And we're missing that as well, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you there, 110%. 110%. Big sad news from June Brown today. EastEnders legend June Brown is sadly passed away, age 95. So an absolute legend on EastEnders, and my mum thinks she's the best in sliced bread. Bless me, mum. And great actor. No one lost. So thanks for that news, now, mate. And big up to Lottie again. Richard Saka has 16-day arrest. That kid don't stop playing ball unless he is sick. Saka is a brilliant player. I love to have Saka. Wood's the only one I want to see us overpay for. 25 million quid. But only one I play to see us pay for. I want to see him score goals, by the way. I've got a mate at work, right? Basically, saying that Chris Wood, he's Liverpool said, Chris Wood, he just shook his head. He just shook his head every single time. And he just does not read him at all whatsoever. And he just laughed at us.
I think that's harsh though, because like if you were going to take somebody from another team, Burnley was a good team to take someone from. Like I said, I thought some of our business was really canny that we did. And you would think that somebody like Wood would be a good option for getting you out of a relegation battle. He's been there, he's done it, he knows how it goes, and he's obviously having an impact on the game. It's just, I wanted the goals to come, and after breaking, the records for New Zealand, I thought that this would be a game where he would do. So I'm rooting for him for the rest of the season. Whether he'll still be here next season, I think, is a different story. I think we just need to get through this season.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sort of thing. Got to persevere with this guy. Not a fan of him, but got to persevere with him. And I've got to back whoever plays in the team. I'll back the team. Simple as that. And then after 90 minutes, have your say. A big up to Danielle. I met Danielle twice, and she is absolutely amazing. So lovable. She's so straight and excuse me. And I just make her smile. And big up to Daniel. Thanks for that one. Great to see another lass on the NUFC channels. Great job, Maria.
Cheers, Danielle.
She is amazing. Absolutely brilliant. She tells it straight as well. Smash that like button, people. Thank you very much, Lottie B. And she said, Buguna, Wilson's needed to just for goals, but players like ASM and Fraser play better when he is in the team. And I'll come on to Ryan Fraser later on. And I love the guy, but he wasn't good. I don't agree with selling ASM this summer unless an elite winger comes in. For example, Wolves came in for ASM or swap him for Pedro Neto in a heartbeat. Would you swap ASM with Pedro Neto for Wolves?
I like Neto. I think he's got more experience than ASM, but I think ASM's probably got more future potential.
Fair enough. Your question, and Ryan will take a Neto order. That's it. Anyway, if this if this goes blank, Maria, right? Give it 5 more minutes, or we'll be straight back. Yeah, if it goes back, don't go away. Just speak to the people and just comes. Minutes on the bench, and it's not working. If it goes off, just apologise. You're an Arsenal fan, Lottie. Yes, she is indeed. ESR are happy. I love the song, by the way. We didn't lose because of ASM. We didn't lose because of ASM. So people just calling him out alone need to wobble in the heads. As a team, awful, shape awful, character, and conceding the second, awful. Wins the team, loses the team. Is he right?
Absolutely. And like I say, the first goal that we conceded was really naive. And you were saying before about the shape of the defense for the second and third goal, but even the first one, you kind of, after you've scored, you especially 6 minutes before half time, like you sit in, you're really organized, you're really strong, and you go in at half time 1-0 up. We didn't. We let Son run from the halfway line to the 6-yard box. Nobody got a tackle in. Nobody tried to steer him away down the line. We just literally let him run in the box, which led to the corner that then led to the cross. So yeah, I think the whole thing back to front. I don't think you can just blame one player. And like I say, we're very reliant on ASM for his bits of magic. And when he doesn't have a game where there's any magic, it's really noticeable. But that's not his fault.
No, are we going to be a one-man team? If that's the case, if we're going to rely on ASM, are we going to be a one-man team?
We can't afford to be. We absolutely can't afford to be a one-man team. And I think somebody said before, when Wilson's on, different players play differently. And I think ASM's a different player when Wilson's on. But people like Ryan and Shelby are a better player when Trippier's on. And one of the things that I was going to talk about tonight was just that lack of leadership on the pitch. And without Trippier, we really missed that. And we had see that yesterday. There's no leadership on the pitch. We're not great at communicating with each other. We don't have an awful lot of very vocal players, especially in defence and midfield. And I love Shelby, and I understand why he was captain yesterday, but he's not one for getting people riled up or getting them kind of back on track when we're losing or getting people back in that mindset. He goes quite inward, and that's not helpful.
Not at all. Not at all. That's fair enough. It's all your show tonight. It's all about you as well. All it is, right? I mean, we just got to play as a team. You just said there about missing Kieran. We're badly missing his leadership at the back. And when he comes back, the players just ship up, I can assure you. And Lottie as well. Big up to Lottie. I still don't get why Bruno is not a starter for you guys. He's a brilliant player. Bruno, right? This guy is absolutely amazing. And I tell you what, he came to Newcastle for a project. By another project, we need to build a team around this guy in the summer, and if we get better players around him, that means, and we'll be fine.
Absolutely agree with that. I love Bruno. Yeah, let's talk about Bruno. He made such a difference when he came on, and I felt really awful that we went on to concede so many goals after he came on, because he came on straight away, and the first thing he did was start closing down, getting tackles in. I don't think we'd made a handful of tackles until he came on. He's so good at winning the ball back, but you're right, he hasn't then got the players around him to then pick the ball up and distribute it and get it into the right position. So you end up with kind of in that same way as ASM on the wing, what you can't have is Bruno really isolated in the middle without the options to then pass it through. So I think the only reason he's not started yet is because, he's new to the country, new to the league. don't want to throw him in at the deep end and put him under so much pressure. And, 4 or 5 games ago, we were still really in danger. I think as the more, if we can get a few more points under our belt and start moving away from that danger zone and putting some daylight between us and the bottom 3, I think it'll be easier to then get him more involved. And he will get his start. Yeah, and I agree. I think we will build a team around him.
Oh, yeah, he'll be absolutely fine. This guy's going to be a tune legend, and I think he's going to stay at this club for a long time. But again, he's going to make noises in the summer. Next season, he's definitely going to cause noise in the summer. Let's be real. I did a joke on the last called Holly, not Holly Plays, but Holly, saying that he could be on his way to Juventus on the April Fool's Day. And she very nearly fell for it, man.
That's naughty.
And she blimmin' won as well. Bless her. I know we won't be having a wholesale clear out, but surely a second quality right back is needed. And Mercurial and Kraft needs to move on. Yeah, they have to. I love having Mercurial. I love him. But if you're going to go to the next level, next step, I'm afraid those two have to go pastures news, in my opinion. That's only my opinion. I also probably get top 4, but how well will they do next year? Has no European football helped this year? I think it has. I think Mikel Arteta's done a great job with them. Lost the first 3 games, fans on them out, and guess what? He's still there. And he's saying the youth project. Trust the process. That's what they say. And Ryan's talking to Foxy, and Foxy again is from Colombia, by the way. But he signed a keeper. That can play from the back. When we have a defense that can do the same. Only Trippier can do that constantly. Schar on occasions. Well, look how he gave the ball away for his second goal. When we play against comes through, it's going to be absolutely brutal. Let's be honest. Reality is, we buy an elite winger this summer. Fraser and Murphy are more likely to be shifted down the wing and pecking order. And Fox is talking to us as well. ASM. Brilliant result for Celtic, John. Yes! Smash them lot. And I believe Celtics, the Scottish team, will win the split now. That's done. That's a done deal. Rich, we're on season ending panic. That's on Lottie. And Eddie Howe phoned to say, I want that player, this player, and the other player. We've got to talk about Eddie Howe, right? Do you think he's got the team selection wrong yesterday slightly for not starting Bruno?
So I think partly team selection, and like I say, I understand why he didn't start Bruno, because coming back from South America, and I remember we used to do this a lot with Nobby Solano, and Sir Bobby would leave him on the bench because he was it's jet lagged, there's a long way to go, and you're on different time zones. So I understand it, but like I say, I don't think the setup worked for us at all yesterday. We know that Spurs have so much quality in midfield. Their wing backs are really, really pacey. And we looked like we were going to match that for the first 3 or 4 minutes, but then to go and sit the way we did with 2 solid lines of a solid line of 5, solid line of 4. Spurs were just putting one ball straight through in between the lines, and that was the whole of the midfield taken out. And then even if the defence managed to get it, because we were all camped in the half, there was then no outlet. So I just don't think that, I kind of understand why he was trying to do it that way. And let's say it was almost Rafa-esque, the way that we played most of that first half, but it didn't work. It didn't come off. So I think the shape of the team was really wrong for what we needed. But then, the risk is that if we played a different shape and maybe tried to go a bit more offensive, we would have just left gaps everywhere for Kane and Son to get into. And, people like Romero, who absolutely bossed the midfield yesterday, his stats were just stunning. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what else he could have done that would have made much of a difference.
Yeah, you touched on Romero, right? I mean, I watch Serie A football, Italian league, as you know, because for me, it's my favourite league. And Christian Romero, I tell you what, that guy is absolutely brilliant. I knew if ASM faced him, he wouldn't go anywhere near him. They call him the Wall. So he's played for Atalanta. So he's brilliant, absolutely brilliant defender. No nonsense defender, just gets on with it. I couldn't believe the 3 centre backs of Spurs got into our box. I couldn't believe it. But there you go. The whole team cost us, not individuals. The only player that shows some class was Bruno, and he came out and apologised. Big up Bruno. Good co-host, by the way. Didn't catch her name as I arrived late, speaks sense. And her name is Maria.
Thanks, Foxy.
Great, guys. So, does Kieran take over as captain for German in the summer? Yes, he does, in my opinion.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. And every time I watch the third goal that we conceded, I want to punch the wall. Randa, don't get violent, mate. Fair, no excuse for that. Over defense, clueless team. I agree with you. All the goals conceded were poor. Bruno's the only player we have that looks confident on the ball when under pressure. He's got to start on Friday, 100%. I think someone's going to be dropped. Was Trippier on the bench yesterday, even being injured? He does seem to have a good captain trait off and on the pitch. I didn't see that. Did you? Was he on the bench yesterday? I didn't see it.
He was in the dugout, but apparently I said to Eddie how obviously he went on the training trip to Dubai, and he said that he wants to be in the dressing room before and after the games and wants to be actively involved in everything, even though he's still injured. So absolutely, for me, massive captain material. I think he's absolutely outstanding. I think his character's amazing.
Yes, I do love this guy. We've got another 25 minutes to go, people, so keep this comments coming through. If you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button, peeps. Also subscribe if you haven't done so. And if you'd like to become a member, then please click on the join button. It's only 99p a month, and your name goes in the hat. I've got 44 people as my members, which is quite good. And if you'd like to super chat us, say they're doing a good job, it goes to good courses, people, then please click on the join button, and it'll just improve my channel and other things as well, people. Thank you so much indeed for that. And also do follow Maria on a Twitter handler, which you will give at the end of the show. Lottie, big Arsenal fan, Guimarães, that's Bruno, thrives on pressure, and that's when he's at his best, if I'm honest. I have to agree. The guy's brilliant. Kane was really good, but their team was not that amazing. They took advantage of mistakes, absolutely. The chance they had, every time Baraka sees that ball, it goes through him to the back of the net. And talking about Baraka, would you have him in the summer? Would you have him as number one next season?
Do you know, I don't think I would. I think he's been a good keeper for us, and he's had seasons where he's been really just really solid. But yeah, I think I said earlier on, there are some players I think who've just, sometimes you just need a new challenge, and you need a different group of people to play with, and you need to almost go and do something different. And I think Dubravka's in that camp for me, that it's probably time that he moved on. And obviously, you know, Darlow's, and he's like Darlow 30, 31 now as well.
Yeah, 31.
And our younger keepers have obviously been out on loan or been sold. So yeah, I think we probably need 2 new keepers in the summer.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if Dubravka leaves Newcastle, I'd love to see him in Syria. I think he'd be perfect there. No problems at all. And I think a club like Napoli would be fantastic for him. He does leave, in my opinion. Outhouse Saloon, big up to you, my guy. Hi, John. Sorry, late. Can't stick around. That's not good enough. As I tweeted, Wolves and Norwich, most offensive challenge teams, we need a result. We need those 6 points ASAP. Absolutely. Credo is better on the right. He looked lost playing left back. He was lost yesterday as well in the second half, mate. I thought he was very poor. Crystal Palace and Leicester City are not going to be easy. And after that, we're down to Burnley at home. Away, by the way. At home, we don't want to leave it or rely on other teams' results. And Marco, so our left back, take care, my guy. Smash the like button. Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate that. And we'll watch the full show later after work from Andrew. Big up Andrew, by the way. Richard's at it again with a lot. I understand not playing Bruno after he played 90 minutes and 3,600 meters above sea level, but does that explain the poor performance of the players that was on the pitch? Those same players, right, got us 9 games straight undefeated, right? There's no excuses, wasn't it? No excuses.
It just, you know, the thing that was surprising as well, not just the collapse, which was very uncharacteristic. I don't think I've seen us defend that badly since the Leicester game where we lost 4-0. But the lack of character yesterday was really surprising. Like I say, lack of leadership on the pitch, given that was the team who had such a good run. But also because what we've heard for the last 3 weeks while we've had a break is we've had lots of players who have rested. We've had a really good away training camp. Lots of like team building, lots of work on like communication and all that kind of stuff. And I did not see that on the pitch yesterday. So I don't know if they just left it in the dugout before they came on the pitch. But it just after the first couple of minutes, and let's say after the goal, after we scored, we fell apart. And it's uncharacteristic for an Eddie Howe team.
Exactly. Do we need reaction on Friday though against Wolves? Those players has got to give us a reaction on Friday because that performance will not be accepted at home.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't expect to go to Spurs and get anything. I think and I think Eddie Howe said it's a bit of a wake up call, and it is kind of reflective of where we are. We've had a good run. We were really unlucky at Chelsea to lose 1-0. The Everton loss was just pure stupidity. We shouldn't have lost that game 1-0. We just looked really leggy. So the performance should have been better yesterday, but we have to put it in context of Spurs are really pushing hard for top four. God, he's an amazing manager. They've got absolute talent on their pitch. You said about Romero and how good he is. Like, his stats yesterday were like off the charts. 100% duels, 100% tackles won. Royale and Kulusevski just both had like one of those games where they both played out their skin. And then Kane and Son are like the top partnership in the world right now. So I do, while it's embarrassing that we lost 5-1, we do need to put it in context.
Exactly. Put 100 million bid for Cristiano Romero next season. That would be fantastic. I don't think he'll leave London anytime soon. The only mistake Howe was made was not starting Kraft, a right back, and he's a better defensive player compared to Manfredo, which was needed versus Spurs. Not sure where Miggy was either. Wasn't Pitt. I don't think it's just jet lag. Playing in La Paz is no joke, with the city being 3,600 meters above sea level. Ouch, that is not good. Well said, Ryan. Big up to you, Brian, and it's Maria, her name is, by the way. Person I don't know. Change the passport, man. And Foxy with Ryan, and he's looked back now saying wrong session. Got big up to Paul, mate. What happened at half time though? We played okay in the first half and defended well. All that defensive work we built disappeared. We also have no one causing a threat up top. Must get a striker in the summer. We need to, because at the end of the day, that's what we need. Definitely need to. Dubravka shouldn't be sold. Would be a top second choice keeper to have. Move on Darlow, Woman, and Gillespie as well. Joe Linton looked like his old self yesterday, which was worrying. I thought he was poor yesterday. I can't lie. That's the worst he's played in that position for a long, long time, people. It is simple as that. And I don't want to be negative, because at the end of the day, right, it's got to be spoken to, Maria. It's got to be the truth. If they don't perform, we have to talk about it and find out why.
We do. And like, Joe Linton's just had such a turnaround. He's just, the last 3 months, he's just been fabulous. And it's almost like he's found his character and his strength, and he's stopped being bullied by other players, and he's really found his voice, which is great. But then the last couple of games, he's just been really badly disciplined, and it's almost like they're trying to teach him to be aggressive, which is good. But he's almost been too aggressive, and then picking up stupid yellow cards and giving away free kicks that are totally unnecessary, and getting involved in stuff he doesn't need to get into. And it's just that needs reining in and checking in a bit.
Exactly.
And I think Dan Burn's a bit the same. I love Big Dan Burn, but he's almost over emotional right now. And I know he's fighting for his team and his colours, and it's his home team, and he's so excited to be back. But he's going in with challenges that are really, really rash. And for people like Joe Linton, then respond and also get really overly aggressive. And I think we just need, we need a bit of calm on the pitch. There needs to be a bit more composed.
He picked up a cheap yellow card yesterday, and not only that, he was very, very lucky not to be sent off as well. He went in as well on Kane as well. You can't be doing that. I love Dan Burn. Yesterday, he was that bad. It was just a prime Harry Maguire yesterday. Do you know what I mean? I'll have to change his name from Dan Burn to Dan Maguire. Do you know what I mean? He was absolutely poor. But he's not the only one, though, which I could do my player ratings in a bit, right? And you could probably help us out as well. And that will coming up soon as well. So that's going to be brutal as well. But I do love Dan Burn. And then I did say, is he going to play for England? I never say he wants to go to the World Cup. Just 1 or 2 England games, so he's like. But on the evidence I've seen yesterday, he ain't going to make it for England. So I'll just go on to this one. No more trips to Dubai, please. And big up to Coffee as well. Hope you're okay. So we've got another 15 minutes to go. We'll go to the player ratings anyway, if that's all right. But I'm sure the people's going to join in as well. And if I give them ratings as well, but we'll see how we are. I'm gonna go with you, right? I'm gonna let you start with Dubravka, right, in goal. How many marks out of 10 would you give him for yesterday's performance?
I think anybody who concedes 5 can't have more than a 5 player rating.
Go on, give us a rating.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, I mean, I would give him a 4, to be honest with you, sort of thing. Okay, he was protected to the whole of the game, but when Spurs did break, right, unfortunately, the balls went through him as well. This distribution is very, very poor, and it's kicking as well. It's just shocking as well. So I'm giving him a 4 out of 10 for me. So you give him a 5, yeah? We go with Javier Manquillo.
Now I feel really mean because I like Manquillo, and like I say, he's great going forward, and he crosses, like, he's got really good delivery when he's in the mood, but his defending yesterday was awful. And I think it was the 4th goal as well. I think the 3rd goal, he was on the halfway line when Spurs were breaking, and I was like, where's the defence? And we've had Ryan Fraser trying to get back and cover. And yeah, I think the 4th goal, he just didn't even see the guy behind him, and like he was in before he even noticed he was there. So yeah, like 3.
Yeah, that's just being jealous, to be honest with you, sort of thing. What you said there, you're absolutely right. I mean, where is he for flipping for Doherty when he got that 2nd goal? Absolutely generous there. I would give him a 2, to be honest with you. I'll give him a 2, but you're giving him a 3. That's fair enough. It's your ratings, by the way. We're going to go to the other side. Matt Target.
So I think actually Matt was probably one of the best on the pitch yesterday. I think most of the chances that we came from him getting up and delivering, and he was trying to make things happen. Yeah, I'll probably give him a 6.
Oh, very generous. It's your ratings, by the way. Your ratings. But again, I know it's going forward. It's not like him. He struggled badly against Kulusevski. Kulusevski absolutely had it on tour, by the way. Beaten in the air by Days of the equaliser. I'm not sure I'll give him a 6. And he's at fault for Emerson's goal as well. I'm not sure I'll give him a 6. Me personally, I could have given him a 2. But you give him a 6. It's your choice.
Okay, well, let me ask, like, how much of him getting caught out was because of ASM and Joe Linton not getting back and helping?
Fair enough. Even Foxy's been brutal as well in this ratings as well. Favorite of 5, just for the goal. Tiger 4 out of 10. Burn 1. I'll comment in a minute. Schar 4 out of 10. Yeah, I'm gonna give Faber and Schar 4. The reason I'll give him a 4 because he's got that free kick as well. And how many did you give Faber and Schar?
Yeah, I think 4 is actually fair. I would have said 3 or 4. And the goal was unexpected, and he took it really well. But yeah, positioning sense is absolutely terrible. Giving the ball away was unforgivable where he did for their goal. And yeah, the amount of times that just on the halfway line, kind of not doing anything. So yeah, 3.
Dan Burn.
Oh, let's say I love Big Dan Burn, but I thought he was really poor yesterday. Just overly aggressive and really emotional. I think he did not have a good game. 3.
Give him a 2. I'll give him a 2. I thought he was poor. Absolutely poor. That's the worst I've seen Dan Burn played. I mean, look, when he's on it, he's on it. I can't lie. Try getting the battle with Keane and constantly caught out time and time again. And he found some no man's land with Tottenham's 3rd and 5th goals, right? Very lucky not to be sent off for another foul as well. I think it was on Keane, right? And he's just got frustrated. He needs to calm down a bit, Dan. Do you know what I mean? Like he said, he loves playing for the club. He's too emotional as well, like Fox is saying as well. And he's just getting outpaced, outpositioned, and Dan needs to get back to the drawing board because at the end of the day, right, we love Dan Burn. We love him, yeah? And he's got passion. We can see that. He's got the heart. We can see that. He can play football. We can see that. But what I don't want to see from Dan, right, is getting too emotional, getting putting stupid challenges, because I've got a feeling Dan Burn's going to get sent off before the end of the season. I really do. And I don't want it for him, Maria. But he's going to get sent off very, very soon. Let's be real. And
it could have been yesterday. He could have been sent off easily yesterday.
He should have done. He was very. If it hadn't been for his loss at Chelsea, he would have been done. He would have been gone. So
I do think Burn's better at home, mind. I'm not sure how good he. I think his away performances aren't as good as his home performances. So we'll see how he does on Friday.
Yeah, let's hope he does. Let's hope he just calms down a little bit, because at the end of the day, we don't want players like that. I really don't. But he needs to be the Dan Burn that we know that got us 9 games undefeated, not getting into altercations as well. just walk away. And another thing is, where is Shelby? Where is he? Why is he not coming and doing a bit? It's a joke. But that's a good point. For a Spurs player, he should know better. I think when Dan, when he first came, he was thriving for his emotion. It now seems to be his worst enemy. He expects too much for himself and gets frustrated. Dan, please calm down, mate. Calm it down. Joe Linton pushing that Spurs player was a match highlight for me. He was lucky. I'm going to come on to Joe Linton as well. Joe Linton, how many would you give him?
2. Oh, bless him. He had an awful game. Just he was in the wrong position all of the time. He couldn't cope with their physicality. I don't know where his pace has gone. Not that he was ever the paciest to start with, but he had no pace yesterday. His tracking back was dreadful, which is why I think Target was so exposed as well. So yeah, 2 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I have to agree with you as well. So that's the worst he has played. I've been a bit harsh, but you've got to be honest. I mean, some of the Newcastle fans say, no, I have to have a go at player, no, I have to go at him. But no, we say how it is. We're here. That's why we love you. We're going to John Shelby.
So Shelby's distribution was really poor yesterday. His passes were either woefully overhit or just completely like into no man's land. And yeah, I thought he had a really poor game as well. And in bearing in mind that he was wearing the captain's armband, I wanted to see more leadership from him. I wanted to see more of a captain's performance. So yeah, I didn't think he had a good game. 4 maybe.
Yeah, fair. I'm going to give him a 3. I'll give him a 3 again. Like exactly what you just said. I mean, as by passing and his passes woeful, didn't get enough of the ball enough. As tried to do his harder with passes, didn't come off for him. No, 3 out of 10, and he's lucky to be getting that as well. Joe Willock.
So Joe had flashes in the game. There was a point I think it was in the first half, where Manquillo played a really nice ball into the box for him, and he took on the two defenders, and he got past it, and he did a nice shimmy, and he went to hit it, and it was really instinctive. And I was like, that is the Joe Willock that I love. Like, I want to see that. And but there was one moment in the game, and then the rest of it, you kind of didn't really notice he was there that much. So he didn't do too much wrong, but he didn't do too much right either. So 5 out of 10.
Sounds about right. He was unlucky with that shot in the first half, like you said. Over in the second half, that's not his fault. He's not the only one, but he's the one who gave it all. For me, he's a 5 out of 10, and he's one of the better players as well, and he showed passion. Ryan Fraser.
Ryan had a stinker yesterday. I didn't even realise for the first 10 minutes that he was actually on the pitch. I don't think he touched the ball for the first 10 minutes. His delivery was really poor. His corner taken was just a bit hard. I think he had an awful game yesterday. I was surprised he didn't get substituted actually. So yeah, 2 out of 10 for me.
And would you be in the starting berth for next season, or would you be as a squad player?
I don't know. I've obviously Eddie Howe's played with him before. He obviously likes him and trusts him, and he works so hard. His work rate is unbelievable. But I think we need an upgrade, even if it's to sit on the bench.
Yeah, I have to agree with it. I like Ryan, but Maria, exactly what you said. And make sure you smash the like and subscribe button, share the stream. Also follow Maria on her Twitter account, so she give later on. I didn't notice Wood at all to the second half, but he had a poor effort at goal. I'll comment on in a minute, and it's not going to be nice, so I'm going to give him, by the way. So people, if you're watching, get your ears covered, okay? And what the phone what it is, you carries on. Next one, Alan's the maximum.
It's so hard, isn't it? So I love ASM. I love his character. I think he's just he's so talented. And he hasn't had a good few weeks. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the injury or he's just not really got his mojo back, I don't think. So I don't think I don't think he really had any influence on the game. And every time he did get the ball, he just ran into blind alleys and no connection with the other players. So I would give him a 4.
Give him a 3. Give him a 3. I mean, I'm sorry, but we love ASM, right? I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to criticize as a player, but I'll judge him in the 90 minutes what I witnessed yesterday. So I'm giving him a 3 out of 10. Go to this one as well. First one, ASM for Wood. Come to him in a minute. ASM poor, but he was looking for the pass more, to be fair. But actually, I didn't rate an assist. Actually done any fine moments. Not for me. Chris Wood.
I was disappointed. I expected more after he's had such a good few weeks in New Zealand, and he looked, like I said, the lone striker role obviously doesn't suit him. But even free kicks and corners and the things where you kind of want him to do stuff and create space for people like ASM to run into, and just none of that happened yesterday. And I don't know why. I don't know what went wrong, but I don't think he had a poor game as well. So 2 out of 10 for me.
I'll give him a 0. I thought, where was he? The only time I saw him play was that shot. It was a scuff shot. Paul went wide. Sorry, I gave him a 0. And I told you, I said how it is. If they don't perform, they're getting a 0 from me. So you give him a 2, I'll give him a 0. And substitutes, I'm going to go to Bruno. Do you know what? I'm going to give him a 6 because what he did do a great deal, but he offered energy and tried to make things happen for Newcastle, But I'm afraid all the others just aren't on this level at all. So I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. What do you think, Maria?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And he was the first one who came on and really, really put pressure on the ball and really properly, he knows how to tackle and he really wins the ball really lovely. He's got amazing balance as well. And he turns so quickly, but he needs other midfielders to then pass the ball to, and he didn't have that. So, but I don't think he was on long enough to have much of an impact. And like I said, we conceded really quickly after he came on, which didn't help.
Yeah. Listen, you're absolutely right. I mean, the thing is as well, if they're going to get Lucas Paqueta in the summer, then go and get him ASAP because it's his best mate. And I think I watched him at AC Milan, wasn't ready for Milan, but went to Lyon, decent play for Lyon. But I think he wants to come to Newcastle. I really do think so. But I reckon we're getting one Brazilian, right? With the richest club in the world, right? Why did they go out and buy Anthony for Ajax? I think Ajax would be fantastic. Anthony would be fantastic from Ajax, So... But United's going to get him by the looks of it. So, got a comment as well. ASM's poor, I read that. But, John, you can't expect ASM to make miracle assists in a game like that. What does assist in that game yesterday? If he was able to single-handedly get us a result, he wouldn't be playing for us. Foxy, listen, mate, I only judged him for 90 minutes, and he didn't do much for me at all whatsoever. I'm sorry, but I've got to say it like it is, And I thought he wasn't the only one, but... for me, he didn't really do that much, and I don't want to upset Alan. I really don't, but he got blamed as well. I have to blame him. He's part of the third goal when Emerson Royale and Kuseski bombed down as well. So I'm going to give him. I'll just give him what I've given him. And John and Maria, do you think Newcastle got it wrong and that Chris Wood was a panic buy from Dan's team Burnley?
I don't know. We knew Callum Wilson was going to be out for a while. And he's obviously a huge miss. And I don't know. We had a good run in the team when we had so bad with names. Who was the striker that we had who went to China that Rafa had brought in?
Oh, Rondon.
Rondon, thank you. That system worked really well with Rondon and with Shelby and with those kind of passes and having some height up front. So I understand why they brought him in. I don't think the lone striker role works for him at all.
No, I think he's better than 4-4-2. But when Callum Wilson comes back, which I don't think he'll be this season, then you never know. But by that time, we're going to have a decent striker coming through the door. Hopefully, Victor Osimhen or Darwin Núñez. Second half, none of the team was working with each other. No tracking back and no one wanting to receive the ball up top. I've seen it at times when they get the ball, they just don't want it. That is criminal. That is absolutely criminal. And fair enough, I think our fan base have too much high expectations for a player like ASM as he's Pelly.
He's definitely he's got magic in there, and we've seen some amazing performances from him. He's still very young. He's learning. He needs to add goals and assists to his games, but he'll get there. Yeah. He will get there.
Sure, fair enough. I think he will. Jacob Murphy, we've got to get to him. In my opinion, didn't get close enough to Doherty for beating him. He beat him twice. Set up Emerson's, but he couldn't do much. I'm going to give him a straight 4 out of 10. Well, Ashley 3 out of 10, and Jamal Lascelles was at fault when he allowed Bergwijn to get behind. He stepped up at the wrong time. Bergwijn was 1-on-1. Score from it. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10 as well. The fans.
Oh, the fans are always amazing. 10. Kept singing all the way through. Never gave up.
Yeah, that sounds about like man of the match as well. Man of the match. The fans turned up at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Man of the match. And Eddie Howe.
Tough game at the office. I think it's probably a good wake-up call. He'll learn from it. He's only been with us since November. It feels like a lot longer with everything that's gone on. He's only managed his 19-20 games. It's, you know, it's a good wake-up call.
Yeah. Marks out of 10?
Oh, 5.
Yeah, I'll say a 5 as well, because basically he's just picked the team, so I'll give him a 5 for that. But it could have been a lot worse. I could have given him a 4, but I could have given him a 5 on the borderline. I think I missed some comments out as well. Now, do you have a YouTube channel, Maria? I don't think you have, haven't you, Pet?
No, I don't normally talk football. Normally I talk work stuff. Feel free to follow my son, though, who's just released his 3rd single. So I'm going to ask you to follow him rather than me.
Yeah. Tell us that at the end of the show, right? And then what I'll do as well, I'll type it in as well, so the chats can look at it as well. So I should do that. I tweeted it out yesterday for you, right? And you send us a DM. I should do it again tonight as well. And I should do that for you, Pet. And Howard's right, though. Massive wake-up call for the players. They need to switch on again for next game and realise not everything is going to go the way they want to go. He's absolutely right. We're not safe. Are we safe this season? Or do you think we're safe?
I think if we get another 2 home wins, if we win 2 out of the next 3 at home, I think we'll be all right.
That'd be enough. That'd be enough. And yeah, I say we man of the match is the fans. So there you go. Listen, thanks for coming on, babe. And what I'll do, don't go away. I would you backstage. Before I let you go, where do you find you on your socials, Maria? So the fans need to know.
So I am on Twitter. It's Maria Cat Harris, and obviously John was tweeting me a lot yesterday, so you'll be able to find me on there.
Fantastic. And then that's the only place that you can find you on, just Twitter.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram as well, Maria Cat 72.
Fantastic. Listen, and just what I've got to ask everyone else as well. Did you enjoy coming on?
Oh, it was great. It was really good. And yeah, the hour flew past. And thank you to everybody for all the lovely comments.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thanks for coming on as well, guys. If you do like the video, like what you see, then please smash the like button. Please hit the subscribe button as well. And also, if you'd like to donate as well, whatever you can, just just give what you can. It just goes to good causes. And if you'd like to become a member, my member on YouTube, then please just hit the join button. It's 99p. I know I've got 18 people watching live, and all people's not being a member on my channel. 99p, which is well worth it, and that will go towards the prices as well. So please consider becoming a member as well. So we've got one here for now. He's following you on Twitter.
Thank you.
And don't say babe. Sorry. I could have called you young'un. Big up to you, Paul. Catch you on tomorrow. I'm going to do 2 shows tomorrow, so I'm going to come on too. And Brilliant Show, John and Maria just gave you a Twitter follow, Maria, and exactly what Niall's done. He's a great lad. So what I've got coming on tomorrow, I'm doing the fan forum, and early, we should have been on Wednesday. It's going to put back to Tuesday at 6:30 till around 8 o'clock. Then I'm back again with Nicola. She's a Man United fan. She's come on my channel to replace Maisie for 1 week. And on Wednesday, I should be doing a watch along between Burnley and Everton, and that should be a huge game. So I'll be doing that one on Wednesday. That's why the fans one's going to be put back to tomorrow night. So brilliant. Thanks so much, now. I really appreciate that again. Great show. Have a good week, everyone. And you, Foxy, as well. John, sure, he can say, babe, he's John Sinclair, and he does what he wants. Legend. There you go. And I could have said young'un, but I'm going to call you young'un. There you go. But don't go away. You got to do backstage. Thanks for coming on, people. I should be on the Horseman Show with Baz, Billy, and PD Prolock at 8:15 this. So do go on to Baz's channel, World Sport TV. I think he might have changed his channel, by the way. And I should catch you guys later on. And other than that, I should see you guys tomorrow. Watch what you did. Take care.